Well, not all the action was thanks to the players, with a star-studded halftime show on offer. Kendrick Lamar might have been on the mic, but with A-list appearances from sporting legends, Hollywood royalty, and a healthy dose of diss aimed at his rap enemy Drake, it was a performance to remember.
Most people thought it would flop. The critics, the doubters, even some of his own fans. But what Kendrick Lamar did on that Super Bowl stage left everyone speechless. Imagine this, one of the biggest nights in American entertainment history. Millions watching. The pressure is insane. And Kendrick Lamar, a rapper known for his deep lyricism and bold artistic statements, was about to step onto a stage most assumed he couldn't handle. Except, what happened next? No one saw coming. Before the performance even started, there was tension in the air. The Super Bowl halftime show is the biggest stage in music, but it's usually reserved for the pop icons, artists with radio hits, massive fan bases, and universal appeal. Beyonce, The Weeknd, Rihanna, Kendrick, a conscious rapper. The industry whispered, will he even deliver? Critics predicted disaster. Fans were divided. Some wanted a politically charged masterpiece. Others wanted an energetic stadium anthem performance. Then there was the money, or rather, the lack of it. Reports surfaced that Kendrick Lamar's Super Bowl performance wasn't about a hefty paycheck, because halftime artists don't get paid. Instead, they invest in their own performances, seeing it as a strategic move for global exposure. Some called it a business decision. Others questioned if it was a fair deal. But maybe Kendrick knew something they didn't. Maybe he wasn't concerned about the cost. Maybe he understood that what he was about to do would be bigger than money. It was an artistic statement, a rebellion, a cultural moment wrapped in music and visuals. Kendrick didn't go for the usual Super Bowl theatrics. No flashy fireworks, no stadium-wide sing-alongs. Instead, he built an experience packed with subliminal messages, bold choreography, and a performance that left the world debating its meaning. One of the biggest talking points, his song choices. Every track seemed carefully selected to tell a bigger story. Every move, every camera angle felt like it was crafted to make a statement. Was he speaking directly to the people? Was he challenging the industry? Was he trying to prove that hip-hop, real hip-hop, deserved this stage just as much as any pop act? Then came the moment. The moment that had the internet spiraling into debates. The moment that made millions of people pause, rewind, and analyze. It wasn't just a dance move. It wasn't just a lyric. It was something deeper, something that felt loaded with meaning. The way he stood, the way he moved, the way the background visuals shifted. This wasn't just a show. This was a message. Social media exploded. Twitter became a battlefield of theories. Instagram flooded with breakdowns of every second. YouTube analysts started dissecting the performance like it was a college lecture. Was Kendrick sending a coded message? Was this a response to something bigger? And just like that, the halftime show became more than just music. It became a conversation, a moment in history that demanded interpretation. The second the performance ended, the world was divided. Some called it the greatest Super Bowl performance in history. Others said it was too complicated, too niche, not what the Super Bowl audience wanted. The reviews weren't just about the music anymore. They were about what it meant. Was it too artistic for the mainstream crowd? Too political for a sports event? Or was it exactly what the industry needed? The headlines didn't stop. News outlets picked it apart. Commentators debated it. And one thing was undeniable. No one could ignore it. Whether you loved it or didn't get it, you had to talk about it. And in a way, isn't that what makes a performance legendary? But the real question remains, was this Kendrick's way of showing the world what hip-hop could be on the biggest stage in entertainment? Or was this a quiet act of defiance, a performance not meant to entertain but to challenge the audience? Did Kendrick Lamar just solidify his place as an all-time great? Or did he take a risk that the industry won't let him take again? No one saw it coming, and no one will ever forget it. So what do you think? Was this one of the greatest Super Bowl performances ever, or was it too bold for its own good? Let's talk about it in the comments. And if you love deep dives into culture-shifting moments like this, make sure to subscribe and hit that bell, because this is just the beginning.